ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి, జేఈఈ అయినా, నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Good morning to all. Today, let us discuss about an important and also a special topic and special concept that is related to geometry of the molecule, bond angles and bond lengths, etc. Okay, right. Let us consider a molecule hydrogen. In a hydrogen, the two hydrogen atoms are bonded through a covalent bond. Means one bond pair is present between the two hydrogen atoms. And electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms is equal to 0. This is the first example. And let us consider another example, that is hydrogen chloride. In hydrogen chloride, hydrogen and chlorine atoms are bonded through a covalent bond. Here single bond, here also single bond. Here the electronegativity difference 0. But here the electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms is 0.9. That is less than 1.7. According to Fajans rules, here the bond is covalent. Here the electronegativity difference is equal to 0, means the bond is pure covalent. Now, based on the electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms, the first step is clear. The bond present between the two atoms is covalent. But based on the electronegativity difference, here the covalent bond is once again divided into two types. What are they? First one, non-polar covalent bond. Second one, polar covalent bond. Non-polar covalent bond and the first one, polar covalent bond. Right. In hydrogen chloride, due to electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms, the bond pair is slightly shifted towards more electronegative chlorine atom. Its electronegativity is equal to 3. Hydrogen electronegativity 2.1. So, the bond pair is shifted towards the more electronegative atom chlorine. Then chlorine acquires partial negative charge. Automatically hydrogen acquires partial positive charge. Means what? Here the bond is polar covalent bond, first step is clear. And here in this polar covalent compound oppositely charges, partial charges are appeared on both hydrogen and also chlorine atoms. These are partial charges. Now, a covalent bond or a diatomic molecule with partial opposite charges is said to be dipole. Is said to be dipole. A covalent bond with partial opposite charges is said to be dipole. Or a diatomic molecule with partial opposite charges is said to be dipole, whatever it may be said. Here this is the concept behind this. This is the concept. Okay. Here the polarity of the molecule is expressed in terms of a special word that is known as dipole moment. What is the specialty of the dipole moment? Here the polarity of a molecule is expressed in terms of dipole moment. Right. But how can you define dipole moment? And what are the units of dipole moment? What are the characteristics of dipole moment? And what about the applications of dipole moment? That we have to discuss today. Here the topic is dipole moment. What is the significance of dipole moment? Here the polarity of the molecule, is expressed in terms of dipole moment. But here this is the modern concept and modified concept which played an important role to determine geometry of the molecules and bond angles and also bond lengths mathematically, right? Okay. But how can you define dipole moment? How can you define? Dipole moment is the product of charge of any one of the two bonded atoms and the distance between the two bonded atoms. Simply, dipole moment may be defined as the product of charge of any one of the two atoms and the distance between the two bonded atoms, and here it is represented by the symbol mu. Mathematically, mu is equal to E into D. Here mu is equal to dipole moment, E is equal to charge of bonded atom. Here partial charge, that is equal to 4.8 into 10 to the power of minus 10 ESU or 1.602 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. This is nothing but the charge of electron or charge of proton, whatever it may be charge. And here D is equal to distance between the two bonded atoms, Here this is dipole moment. Dipole moment may be defined as the product of charge of any one of the two bonded atoms and the distance between the two bonded atoms. Here, this is the charge. Here, if you are considering negative charge, then this is the charge. If you are considering the positive charge, then also the same charge. Here, the only difference between the electron and proton is sign. Electron is negatively charged, you have to put minus. Proton is positively charged, you have to put plus. But here the charge remains same. And here mathematically mu is equal to E into D. Mu is equal to dipole moment. E is equal to charge of any one of the two bonded atoms. D is equal to distance between the two bonded atoms. And there is an important note. Here dipole moment is a vector quantity. Means what? If it is positive in one direction, that will become negative in the opposite direction. Dipole moment is represented by an arrow mark with a positive tail. That arrow mark is pointing away from the less electronegative atom to more electronegative atom. Here the positive tail is placed at the less electronegative atom and the arrow mark is pointing towards the more electronegative atom. Why? Here the dipole moment is represented by an arrow mark with a positive tail, and the positive tail is put at the less electronegative atom and the arrow mark is pointing towards the more electronegative atom. This is a very, very important feature of that. And here the dipole moment is a vector quantity. If it is positive in one direction, that becomes negative in the opposite direction. And here the units of dipole moment is expressed in dBAs. It is represented by the letter capital D. 1 dBA is equal to 3.33569 into 10 to the power of minus 30 coulomb meter, not centimeter. That is coulomb meter. and that is equal to 10 to the power of minus 18 ESU centimeter. Here this is in SI units, this is in CGS units. Very important for objective type of questions. 1 dB is equal to, here 1 dB is equal to 3.3569 into 10 to the power of minus 30 coulomb meter, and that is equal to 10 to the power of minus 18 ESU centimeter. This is in the CGS system, this is in the SI system. This is about the unit of the dipole moment, and there is an important note. What about the important aspect of the dipole moment? Dipole moment is a matter of the polarity of the molecule, right? Based on the polarity, different features of the molecules are also influenced. What are they? Here, dipole moment directly proportional to polarity of molecule. That is directly proportional to electronegativity difference between two bonded atoms. Dipole moment directly proportional to critical temperature, directly proportional to ease of liquefaction of gases, directly proportional to extent of deviation of gas from ideal behavior. These are all interlinked. Dipole moment is directly proportional to polarity of the molecule. Greater the dipole moment, greater will be the polarity of the molecule. And dipole moment directly proportional to electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms, and directly proportional to number of lone pairs. Directly proportional to critical temperature. Critical temperature. You can study about this critical temperature and ease of liquefaction of gases and extent of deviation. All the three terms will be given in the next chapter, states of matter. So you have no need to feel hurry. Here dipole moment directly proportional to the electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms, directly proportional to lone pairs, directly proportional to critical temperature, directly proportional to ease of liquefaction of gases, directly proportional to extent of deviation of gases from ideal behavior. This is the information related to dipole moment. This is the information related to dipole moment. Okay, but what about the applications? What about the applications, uses of the dipole moment? And same time, I will mention another important point, which will be given in the next information. Before that, I am readily disclose that in a molecule, the bond moment due to lone pair, is always away from the molecule. Very important point. You have to keep in mind. If you are not remember this point, you may fall in confusion. Bond moment due to lone pair is always away from the molecule. Right? And second point, in a diatomic molecule, the bond moment is equal to dipole moment. In a diatomic molecule, example HCl. In HCl, what about the direction of the dipole moment or direction of bond moment? Towards chlorine. How many bond moments are there? Only one bond moment. That bond moment is equal to dipole moment. Okay. Here I am taking another example, HEF. Here the bond moment is towards fluorine atom. How many bond moments are there? Only one bond moment. Now the resultant dipole moment is equal to mu1. In diatomic molecules, here the bond moment is equal to dipole moment. Why? There is only one bond moment in the diatomic molecule. That bond moment is equal to resultant dipole moment or resultant bond moment, whatever it may be said. But in a polyatomic molecule, the net dipole moment of the molecule is the vector sum of the all bond moments in the molecule. Okay, I will repeat once again. In a polyatomic molecule, the net dipole moment is equal to vector sum of all the bond moments. Vector sum of all the bond moments. How can you express this? How can you support this? Look at the important point. In a polyatomic molecule, the net dipole moment is equal to vector sum of all the bond moments. All the bond moments, Bm. In a polyatomic molecule, the net dipole moment is equal to vector sum of all the bond moments. Now, I will give an example. Let us consider a molecule ABC. Okay? Here, A is the central atom. This is A, this is B, and this is C. This is C, and this is A. Right? Here, A, B, C, different atoms. A is the central atom. Now, electronegativity of C and B are greater than that of A. Electronegativity of A is less than that of electronegativity of B and electronegativity of C. So, the direction of bond moments are like this. Here this is mu1, this is mu2. Now the net dipole moment according to parallelogram theorem, this is the net dipole moment, resultant dipole moment, mu r. Then mu r is equal to under root mu1 square plus mu2 square plus 2 mu1 mu2 into cos theta. This is the expression related to the parallelogram theorem. What is that? Mu r is equal to under root mu1 square plus mu2 square plus 2 mu1 mu2 cos theta. From this, there is a mathematical expression was derived, that is net dipole moment mu r is equal to, how many bond moments are there? 2. 2 into bond moment 1, bond moment 2. 2 into bond moment into cos theta by 2. Cos theta by 2. What is the sense of this? Here from this we can write net dipole moment is inversely related to theta. Means what? With increase of theta value, here the net dipole moment gradually decreases. With increase of theta value, here the net dipole moment gradually decreases. Once again I will give the example. Here this is orthodichlorobenzene. Okay. And this is metadichlorobenzene. And this is paradichlorobenzene. para dichlorobenzene. What about the order of the net dipole moment? Here the order of net dipole moment or order of theta is here ortho 60, meta 120, para 180. Here theta gradually increases, therefore net dipole moment is reverse. Ortho greater than meta greater than para. Here angle between the two chlorine atoms 60 degrees. Here the angle between the two chlorine atoms 120 degrees. Here angle between the two chlorine atoms is 180 degrees. Here 60 degrees, 120 degrees and 180 degrees. What happened to the theta between the two bonded atoms or two bond moments? Here gradually increases. Therefore, net dipole moment decreases. With increase of the theta value, here the net dipole moment gradually decreases. Here what is the basis for this point? In a polyatomic molecule, A, C, B, 3 atoms. In a polyatomic molecule, the net dipole moment is equal to the vector sum of all the bond moments. And here this is the concept. And this can be represented as mu1 plus mu2 plus mu3. Mathematically that can be solved by using an expression. This is the expression that related to dipole moment. And here, before going to applications or uses or significance of dipole moment, you have to put 3 important points in your mind. What are they? First one, the bond moment due to presence of lone pairs is always away from the molecule. Second one, in a diatomic molecule, bond moment is equal to dipole moment. Why? In a diatomic molecule, there is only one bond moment. So that bond moment is nothing but dipole moment. In a polyatomic molecule, the net dipole moment is the vector sum of all the bond moments. This is the expression and example. With increase of the theta value, the net dipole moment gradually decreases. Means net dipole moment is inversely related to theta. Okay now? Right. And here, related to dipole moment, I will give the applications. Mainly, there are 4 important applications for the dipole moment. Here the first one. Dipole moment is used to calculate the percentage of ionic character. Dipole moment is used to calculate the percentage of ionic character in a molecule. Second one, dipole moment played an important role in the determination of geometry of the molecules and also the bond angles. That too depends upon the bond moments. And third one, dipole moment is used to distinguish cis and trans isomers in case of organic compounds. And the fourth one, dipole moment is an important factor which decides or determines the orientation of the substituted benzene derivatives. That we have to discuss the applications now. What about the first one? Look at the first point. Dipole moment is used to calculate the percentage of ionic character. Okay, but how can you calculate the percentage? Here, percentage of ionic character is equal to mu observed by mu theoretical into 100. Here, mu observed is also expressed in some textbooks as mu experimental by mu theoretical into 100. Okay, right. Now I will give an example. Dipole moment of HCl molecule is 1.03 device, and the distance between two atoms is 1.27 angstrom units. Percentage of ionic character is, first option 25%, second option 17%, third option 75%, and 100%. What is the option? Here the answer is this one. How can you solve this one? How can you identify the mu experimental? And how can you calculate the mu theoretical? And what about the calculation of percentage of ionic character? Here the formula is mu experimental or mu observed by mu theoretical into 100. Very simple. This is the problem given. In this, whatever the dipole moment given, that is nothing but experimental. So, here the solution. Experimental dipole moment is equal to 1.03 device. Next, what about the theoretical dipole moment? That is equal to, you have to calculate, mu is equal to E into D. E means charge of electron. Charge of electron. Here, what is the unit given for the dipole moment? Device. Then you can go through ESU centimeter or Coulomb meter, whatever it may be. Here I am taking ESU centimeter. 4.8 into 10 to the power of 10 ESU into, what about the distance? 1.27 into 10 to the power of minus 8 centimeter. That is equal to 4.8 into 1.27 into 10 to the power of minus 18 ESU centimeter. We know that 1 dB is equal to 10 to the power of minus 18 ESU centimeter. This one. That is equal to 4.8 into 1.27 dB. Theoretical. Now, percentage of ionic character is equal to 1.03 dB by 4.8 into 1.27 dB into 100. dB cancel. Finally, the answer 16.9%. 16.9%. This is the one of the model that related to the calculation of percentage of ionic character. And same time, in the previous cases, in the previous chapter, I have given already another important expression that is used to calculate the percentage of ionic character. What is that? Haney-Smith equation. What is Haney-Smith equation? Percentage of ionic character is equal to 16 into XA minus XB plus 3.5 into XA minus XB whole square. I think you didn't remember this. In such cases, you have to recall in your mind. That is the application of the information. Actually, this is the one of the formula used to calculate the percentage of ionic character. It is given in the chapter periodic table under the banner electronegativity. Based on electronegativity difference, we can calculate the percentage of ionic character. Here, for the calculation of same ionic character, once again I am giving another expression. What is that? Mu experimental by mu theoretical into 100. Purpose is same, formulas are different. Okay. This is about the first point, first application. Right. What about the second application? Second application. Dipole moment played an important role to determine the shape of molecules, to determine shape of molecules or geometry of the molecules, bond angles and bond lengths. And same time, by using dipole moment, we can explain the reason for the deviations in the geometry of the molecules and also bond angles. Okay, here the first one, AB2. Second one, AB3. Third one, AB4, AB3E, AB2E2. Okay? AB2, example, BeCl2, CO2, etc. Look at the first one. Here, this is CO2, right? Or this is BeCl2. Electronegativity of oxygen is 3.5, carbon is 2.5. Means what? Here the bond moment is towards oxygen. This is mu1, this is mu2. Okay. Here number of lone pairs is equal to 0. Two bond moments are there. Number of lone pairs 0. Here the two bond moments are in the opposite direction. So based on the number of bond moments, the shape of the molecule is linear and the bond angle is 180 degrees. Beryllium electronegativity 1.5. Chlorine electronegativity 3. 3 minus 1.5 is equal to 1.5. And here this is the direction of the bond moments. This is mu1, this is mu2. Number of lone pairs is equal to 0. Number of bond moments is equal to 2. Automatically based on the number of bond moments and number of lone pairs is equal to 0, the shape of the molecule is linear and bond angle is 180 degrees. Next one, AB3. AB3 example BF3. Here in BF3, this is the molecule. Boron electronegativity 2. Fluorine electronegativity 4. Okay. 4 minus 2 is equal to 2. Right? And here electronegativity of fluorine is greater than that of boron. So the direction of the bond moments is in the direction this one. Here this is mu1, this is mu2, this is mu3. Here all the three bond moments are in opposite direction. Therefore the net dipole moment is toward this direction. And number of lone pairs is equal to 0. Number of bond moments is equal to 3. Therefore the shape of the geometry is symmetric and shape of the molecule is planar triangle and bond angle is 120 degrees. With the same molecular formula AB3, I will give another example AB2E. Example, sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide. Okay. Sulfur electronegativity 2.8, oxygen 3.5. Oxygen is more electronegative. So this is the direction of the bond moments. This is mu1, this is mu2. Very good. But you should think about this one. This is the lone pair. The bond moment due to lone pair is always away from the molecule. This is mu3. Here, number of bond moments equal to 2. But here there is a lone pair that is equal to 1. Due to availability of lone pair, here the shape of the molecule actually based on the bond moments. Total number of bond moments is equal to 3. One bond moment is due to lone pair. And here, based on the number of bond moments, the shape of the molecule is expected to be planar triangle. But due to availability of the lone pair, the shape of the molecule is changed to angular and the bond angle is less than 120 degrees. Next one, AB4, CCl4 or CH4, whatever it may be. Here, Cl, 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 Cl. Carbon electronegativity 2.5, chlorine electronegativity 3. Chlorine is more electronegative than carbon. So, this is the direction of bond moments. All the 4 bond moments are in opposite direction. So, number of lone pairs 0. Number of bond moments is equal to 4. Okay. And based on the number of bond moments, if the number of lone pairs is 0, then automatically the shape of the molecule is tetrahedral and the bond angle is 109 degrees 28 minutes. Right? And next one, AB3E means ammonia. AB3 means NH3E lone pair. Hydrogen electronegativity 2.1. Nitrogen electronegativity 3. You have to keep in mind the electronegativities. Without knowing electronegativities, you can solve all these problems. So, you should remember the concept of electronegativity once again. Here, the direction of the bond moments are towards more electronegative nitrogen atom. But the direction of the bond moment due to lone pair is away from the molecule. And here, number of lone pairs 1. Number of bond moments is equal to 4. One of the bond moment is due to lone pair. As a result of that, the shape of the molecule is changed to pyramidal and the bond angle is 107 degrees. Bond angle is 107 degrees. Okay. And here, in all these cases, in this case, net dipole moment 0. In this case, net dipole moment 0. Why? All the bond moments are in opposite direction. Here, the net dipole moment is not equal to 0. Here, the net dipole moment is equal to 0. Here, the net dipole moment is equal to 0. Why the net dipole moment is equal to 0? Here the dipole moment is a vector quantity. If it is positive in one direction, in opposite direction that may be cancelled because it has a negative value. They are mutually opposite with each other. So, net dipole moment 0. Then automatically shape of molecule symmetric. But here the shape of molecule is not symmetric. Why? Due to presence of lone pair. Right. AB2E2 type. Example, water. This is one lone pair, another lone pair. Electronegativity of oxygen is equal to 3.5. Hydrogen is equal to 2.1. Direction of bond moment towards oxygen. Direction of bond moment due to lone pair is away from the molecule. What about the resultant dipole moment? This is mu1, this is mu2, this is mu3, this is mu4. Resultant dipole moment is towards this direction. This is mu r. Here, number of lone pairs is equal to 2. Number of bond moments is equal to 4. In these 4 bond moments, 2 bond moments due to lone pairs. And here, net dipole moment is not equal to 0. Therefore, shape of molecule is angular. Bond angle is 104 degrees 38 minutes. Right? This is about the determination of geometry of the molecules and also the bond angles. Means what? Here dipole moment is directly proportional to number of lone pairs. Dipole moment is directly proportional to polarity of the molecule. Dipole moment is directly proportional to electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms. If the electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms is greater, automatically dipole moment is also greater. Example, here let us consider the molecules hydroacids HBr, HCl, HIHF, etc. Here the electronegativity difference 4 minus 2.1, 1.9, 3 minus 2.1, 0.9, 0.7, 0.3. Here the electronegativity difference between the two bonded atoms gradually decreases. Therefore, the order of the net dipole moment is HF, HCl, HBr and HI. Means what? Dipole moment directly proportional to the polarity of the molecule, directly proportional to the electronegativity difference, and directly proportional to number of lone pairs. How can you say? Greater the number of lone pairs, greater will be the dipole moment. Example, in ammonia number of lone pairs is equal to 1. Here, dipole moment is not equal to 0. But what about the value 1.46 dBs? Here, in case of water molecule, number of lone pairs 2. Dipole moment is not equal to 0. But here, net dipole moment is equal to 1.83 dBs. Greater the number of lone pairs, greater will be the dipole moment. Greater will be the dipole moment. This is about the determination of shape of geometry of the molecules, and we have already given the reasons for the deviations of the bond angles and also geometries of the molecules. Right. Relate